Video has just been leaked from inside the Uvalde school, which shows officers running from the classroom where the gunman killed 21 people. And here it is, folks, the full 77-minute-long video that has been released showing these officers doing absolutely nothing. Standing around, talking with one another, some of them even holding others back. Some of them taking the time to just look at their social media on their cell phones. Some of them taking the time to walk on up and use the hand sanitizer while, standing around while these kids are literally bleeding out from the inside. Now, the mayor is pretty ticked off about this. He just said the way that the video was released is one of the most chicken things I've ever seen. Uvalde mayor attacks media for leak of school shooting video as families slam him for another effing cover-up after he took down the memorial, guys. Get a load of this. This is the memorial that was set up, and as you see here, just prior to the video being leaked, the makeshift memorial to the victims of the Robb Elementary School was removed by officials. That's right, they asked the parents to take down their crosses and take down their flowers, and the parents refused, and the officials went ahead and took it all down before the leak of this footage. This obviously has people like this mother, livid, mother of the girl who was shot dead in Uvalde massacre, whose cop father was seen being held back in the hallway, says that the leaked footage broke me. So we're going to look at all of this, guys, and of course this begs the question, how is this even possible when the police held an active shooter drill at an Uvalde school before doing nothing to stop the real thing? That's right, ladies and gentlemen, here you can see them carrying out a drill, police walking around, figuring out how to deal with an active shooter situation, figuring out how to, breach the room and take the man down. And 2 months later, we're left with this scenario, ladies and gentlemen. This is why I put this out. Breaking, Texas shooter was an incel, and police allowed him to kill as many kids as possible, because in this video, Press for Truth examines the lie hop, my hop scenarios. So they either let it happen on purpose or they made it happen on purpose, as the most likely scenarios being used as more and more evidence continues to come out in this, that it was not necessarily an epic failure by the Texas police, but instead it looks like things went pretty much according to plan. So we're going to talk about all that, guys, and much more in today's video. But just before we do, I'd ask that you check me out here at pressfortruth.ca/donate. Really quickly, here you can do PayPal, you can do Bitcoin, you can do other cryptocurrencies. You can join me on Subscribestar. You can also sign up here for a monthly reoccurring contribution. You can do an e-transfer here to Dan at pressfortruth.ca, or you can also send things to my P.O. box, guys. Links for all of that are located in the description below. Thank you so much to everyone who does contribute to my efforts. All right, guys, this is just absolutely disgusting, but now the video evidence and proof is out. Here's the moment. He just waltzes in here freely, and I think it's 3 minutes go by before anybody even comes in, and then another 77 minutes before they deal with the guy. Security video published Tuesday by 2 Texas news outlets shows police officers retreating from the classroom where gunmen killed 19 students and 2 teachers at an elementary school in Uvalde, Texas. The video, which was recorded in a hallway and obtained and edited by the Austin American-Statesman and the KVUE-TV of Austin, shows the officers arriving at Robb Elementary School at 11:36 a.m. on May 24th, 3 minutes after the gunman was seen entering the school and walking down an empty hallway. NBC News has not independently obtained the video, which provided the first view of a law enforcement response that a Texas public safety says was an abject failure, to say the least. About 20 seconds after the 18-year-old gunman is seen entering the school, he turns to his left and opens fire on a classroom. Authorities have said he fired at least 100 shots with an AR-15 styled rifle into adjoining classrooms filled mostly with 4th graders. Chillingly, a student who KVUE reported had been in the bathroom was just steps behind the gunman and could be seen in the video running from gunfire after watching the initial bursts. After about a minute later, several officers approach the classroom. A second burst of gunfire can be heard, and an officer can be seen racing towards down the hall, and 2 others follow him slowly, but it's not clear what agencies those officers were from, and the state and federal agencies involved in the response didn't immediately respond to requests for comment on Tuesday, being very, very secretive the whole time. In the hour that followed the second round of shots, the video shows a number of officers inside the hallway swelling, but at 12:21, several officers in tactical gear can be seen approaching, yet it's not till 12:50 that anyone actually entered and fatally shot the gunman. And again, this is beyond epic failure. We're going to look at the LIHOP versus MIHOP scenarios, but as you see here, this memorial was taken down just before this happened, which is absolutely disgusting. As we see here, the mayor went on saying there's no reason for any of those families to have seen that, in regards to the video. They were going to see the video, but they didn't need to see the gunman coming in and hear the gunshots. They didn't need to relive that. They'd been through enough. And that was the most chicken way to put this video out today, he said. He concluded by saying it was very unprofessional, in my opinion. Very unprofessional, which is, as this investigation has been since day one. The council member who called the release chicken shit continued after the mayor, saying that one part of the release video was not going to be in the video shown to families. He said they did that for ratings and they did it for money. And a member of the audience yells out, "What about the cops? Are they chicken shit?" Well, the council member replies, we're going to handle that. We'll see about that. When the person tries to follow up question, "You said you did a good job. Do you still think you did a good job, Mayor?" And he cuts the person off, referring to him as Adam, saying that he doesn't want to get into that issue right now. Again, this is the shocking footage of the gunman just randomly, casually strolling through, as again, police did absolutely nothing. McGolligan says that one of the officers who was grazed in the shooting ran down the hall 3 times in an attempt to engage Ramos. Another person asked the city council why were they so ready to criticize the media before criticizing the police. And in dodging the question, he says every agency that was in that hallway has to be held accountable for their actions. No one will be exempt, and we need to hold him to those words. The footage has been the source of political debate at the highest levels. Texas Governor Greg Abbott and the Uvalde Mayor Don McLaughlin and Representative Dustin Burrows, who leads the Texas House Investigative Committee inquiry into the shooting, are called for the release of the video. Uvalde County Sheriff Deputy Felix Rubio is seen in the shocking video being restrained as officers failed to engage Robb Elementary School shooter Ramos in a harrowing new leaked footage of that fateful day. The video shows how easy it was for the teen gunman, Salvador Ramos, to saunter into the school on the morning of the 24th and slaughter 19 children, including Rubio's daughter, Lexi, 10, as well as 2 other teachers. And this is the family who had to go through that. Mother of girl shot dead in Uvalde massacre, whose cop father was seen being held back in the hallway, says the footage just broke her. The mother of a girl shot dead in Uvalde school shooting while her cop husband was restrained at the scene has slammed the leaked security footage of the incident, saying it should not have been released before the parents at least had a chance to see it. The footage, which was leaked to a local news outlet Tuesday and mutes the sounds of kids screaming, showed cops' cowardly response to the May 24th shooting, waiting outside classroom for 77 minutes as the gunman fired 100 rounds into the kids on the inside. Again, 77 minutes, guys. He started shooting after 3. They could have been in there bleeding out all this time. They literally could have saved countless lives had they acted and done the job that they're supposed to do, but they didn't. As I said, it was either allowed to happen on purpose or it was made to happen on purpose. Amongst those killed was 10-year-old Lexi Rubio, whose father, the Uvalde County Sheriff Deputy Felix Rubio, was one of the dozens of officers told by the school district that he could not engage the shooter, and he was forced to wait outside as the screams rang out. It's absolutely disgusting that this is indeed the case. And again, this is why I followed up with this one, how the Texas shooter was an incel, and which is involuntarily celibate. He was already known to police. You know, he'd be making violent threats against women. Police were already aware of him after being called over multiple disputes with his family. The police, they actually had an active AI program designed to detect this kind of activity. So you can't tell me that this was not either made to happen on purpose or totally allowed to happen on purpose. And why would they do such a thing, ladies and gentlemen? Well, the answers are quite clear. We started seeing the ramifications of this in Canada before the bodies were even cold. You may recall, I put this one out, he's coming for the guns. In the wake of the Texas school shooting that happened in another country, the Prime Minister of Canada decided now is a good time to propose a new gun law that would ban the sale of handguns in Canada. The law is expected to pass this fall, turning law-abiding citizens into potential criminals overnight. And that's what this absolutely boils down to. We're seeing it happen in Canada rapidly, and we're going to see it come to the United States. So that's something we need to take away from this. Another big takeaway, guys, that you should have from this clearly is it's time to get your kids out of these indoctrination centers that is filled with these leftist, cultural, Marxist, trans activists, crazy people who you are putting in charge of your children for, 5, 6, 8 hours a day. It's time to unschool your children, ladies and gentlemen. They're clearly not safe. They clearly, you cannot trust not only the educational system, but the police force to be able to protect your children. That's being exposed. That is clearly the case today. So I implore you, get your kids out now. I know it involves a little bit of sacrifice to be able to homeschool your children, but isn't that what parenting is all about? You know, if you're just going to drop them off at some indoctrination center, they're really going to be raised by other kids. And by, these, as I said, leftist, crazy Marxist, trans activist type people who are brainwashing your young children who clearly aren't safe. So please get them out of there now, guys. Just wanted to bring that to your attention. Also, don't forget the gun grab that is coming as a result of this. But here it is, folks. The footage is out. Everything that we've been reporting about here ever since this happened is now being proved with video evidence. So just wanted to bring that to your attention today, folks. Once again, if you do appreciate my efforts to bring you all this information and to try to counter the propaganda that's going to be coming from the mainstream surrounding this, don't forget to check me out at pressfortruth.ca/donate. Once again, links for all this is located in the description below. I encourage you to check it out, do your due diligence, check all the sources, and don't forget to check me out right here, pressfortruth.ca/donate. All right, guys, that's all for today. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family who you think need to see it the most. And stay tuned. We're going to have more video reports coming soon. This is Dan Dicks reporting for Press for Truth. We all want truth. The truth will set you free.